What is up, dudes? How's it going? Hello, hello. All right, I think we're good. Um, I remembered to turn everything on today, so on like Thursday. What's up, Large? What's up, Disco? Pudgy, Dylan, Chris, Raymond, Rick. How's everyone doing tonight? If you could tell, I my voice sounds a little off. Ever since our ride last Wednesday, I think when we were like wandering around that factory, I've had this like little bit of congestion. I haven't even felt bad, and I could still fully breathe. So I don't know, just a real minor cold. At first, I thought it was just from being in that damp, asbestos, probably chemical filled old rubber factory, but I must have caught a little bit of something, but nothing major. Like I said, it hasn't slowed me down, stopped me from really doing anything, except maybe on Sunday I was a little. Sunday I was tired and it was cold and I didn't feel like going out. But yeah, I've been waking up in the morning just like if I fall asleep on my back or wake up on my back, my throat will be a little sore, but then it goes away. So I'm actually just got some green tea tonight, so be a little more subdued uh, chat. But yeah, the last few nights, that's all I've been doing is drinking tea because it just seems to really help. So caffeine free, obviously. So, oh, what's up, party size? Yeah, I got the hat on. It kind of matches everything. So, oh, hey, Aaron, how's it going? Hey, JMZ, what's up? Mom must have laid out my clothes today. Rick said allergies are kicking your ass. Yeah, see, you know what? I usually don't have allergies, but it almost, I don't know. I guess I can't say because I've never had them. It almost seems something more like that, like I said, because it's just kind of like a little bit, yeah, not like a huge deal, but something that is affecting me. And yeah, the weather has been completely up and down around here. It actually got decent today, sunny for the first half of the day, but I was working, and then cloudy but warm into the low 60s, which felt nice, and no rain. So looks like all the rain here just stayed south. I bet you guys in Columbus were probably getting it, right? It looked like it was halfway up the state. So looks like dehydrated piss. Yeah. I ran out of. I forgot. I've been putting some honey in there to make it a little sweeter because I think my beer drinking habit gives me that. I have that sweet tooth for beer, and so the honey kind of helps like give me that sensation of drinking something more like that. Oh, party size. I impressed your son or your kid. Well, it could be either. Uh, yeah, you're welcome. Oh, Disco. Usually I don't have allergies either, but they're getting you this year. So, huh? Yeah, who knows? They that stuff like that could change. They say at any point in your life too, certain allergies and stuff. So maybe it's just as I'm getting older, it's something that's affecting me. I don't know, or something got kicked up in that factory, and then maybe normal seasonal allergies are affecting me. So beer drinking habit. Yeah, great choice of words. Yeah, it's a little more tame than alcoholic, right? So roam around in batshit and see what happens. Yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah. Hey, what's up, traveling through? I watched your video about those fire starters the other day, but I just remembered to comment. I think I might have to order some of those. I usually carry those. I mean the smaller ones, but the starter logs. But those little things, if you haven't seen Traveling Through's review of these little starters, they remind me of. I think Large Marge, didn't you bring just like? Don't people bring like? And I think you've done it like dryer lint that has kind of the same effect, but those just must be more compact, so it makes it smaller and then you kind of open them up. But I bet it's like the same kind of thing, the same kind of sparky, fiery things. I don't have a turn up command. We'll make one. Simple honey, like simple syrup, but honey instead of sugar. I have a bunch of honey here, like just a lot of little bottles from, I think when Aaron was more like worked at the farmers markets, and then from little, I think tours of like maker things I've done and people I know. So yeah, uh, I've never. I'm not a big fan of honey. Like I really only like honey in my tea, so I don't like put honey on toast or anything like that. So when someone gives me like little things of honey, I have it for a long time. So it's usually like that, crystallized. I might have to warm it up to get it out or stuff like that. But meat is honey, so it could be beer. Yeah. Oh, that's what Aaron said. So large Marge is drier. It was supposed to be dryer lint, but one of our friends lives below Ben, and so he said it was Aaron saying it was mostly her hair. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? I do believe pork still works. Yeah. Cotton balls rubbed in Vaseline. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the product traveling through a showing is basically someone has compacted probably the same type of ingredients, and then you kind of, go watch this video, but you kind of like open them up and, loosen it up. But yeah, they burned completely, like soaking wet. Pretty cool. Dryer lint in egg carton sections with paraffin wax. Perfect. Yeah. The advantage of the one traveling through shows is that they're just like I said, they're just so small. Well, so Nicholas, though, like we're talking about like out on the road campfires, at a campground. So usually it's not that big of a deal by the time it gets going. Large said the dryer lint doesn't last very long. So that'd be another advantage of these ones traveling through a showing. I think they claim what 5 minutes, and he said they were close to that. So 5 minutes is going to get your fire going. Plus, good if you have some damp stuff, so you get the longer time to get something going. Naval lint will get a fire going. Obsolescent. She said just use a lighter. The problem is when we're camping on bike tours, sometimes the wood is like what you're stuck with. It's like what you're. It could be what we're scavenging. In Ohio State parks, they sell you the all the edge pieces, what do you around the outside, all the real thin stuff they can't use for like other things. So it's these big flat pieces that are really hard to get going. So like yeah, and if we usually try to remember to grab some newspapers or some advertisements before we stop, but still you could be like really struggling to get a fire going, especially our first night last year on Ohio area. It had been raining all day, so we wanted to get a fire going, like a warm fire, but it was uh, everything was damp, so just a lighter you'd be struggling with. And gasoline. Oh, I forgot. I didn't see the second part. And gasoline, which we don't carry with us either. So I wonder if dried up stand sealant balls would work well. For how often I replace the sealant in my tires, I'd probably have plenty of that stuff. Rick has a 5 minute burn time too. Let's see what everybody else is sipping on, as the kids say. Party size says sawdust, kerosene, and paraffin wax. I think like the starter logs I do bring are probably sawdust mixed with some kind of combination of that. Again, the difference is you just need a bigger. I break them up, but you still just need bigger chunks. So it's just about space when you're trying to cram as much as you or as little as you can into your bags, basically. So like everybody is drinking PBR tonight. So Summit Perry uh, posted this a little earlier. He had a PBR, and Tony PBR, Pudgy PBR. And Rick commented, I bought a shit ton of bike parts so I can afford his PBR. Uh, di- excuse me. Disco has a, well, I don't know if there's another letter in there, but Bravaz Hard Italian Soda, naturally crafted for a fresh taste. Clementine flavor. Huh. Large has a kind of funny from Jackie O's. Wheat ale with peaches and can't see what the second ingredient is. Is there any giveaways in the can art? That's cool. That's a cool can. What is the squirrel? Oh, honey. Is it peaches and honey? Oh, the one time Malk isn't around for PBR Fest is right, Pudgy. Yeah, it's almost always what he's drinking. Pudgy said he's actually having a Technicolor hat from Columbus. The PBR has been living in his fridge for a while. Oh, was there a description in the caption you meant? Oh, yeah, I missed that. Sorry. It says Bravazzi Clementina, not like an orange soda, like an Italian soda, but robust in flavor, unlike a seltzer. And it also tastes exactly like clementines. Huh. Seems like
Traveling through Super Chatted $25. Let it flow, let yourself go, slow and low, that is the tempo.
oh man. Thank you traveling through. oh, larges was mixed with apricots as I think it's correctly pronounced. Hey, what's up, Mitch? Uh wild that party size is drinking kerosene and paraffin. uh, having a local West Coast. Yeah, Nicholas. Technicolor hat is one of our favorites too. Hey, what's up, Snap Theron? Therian. Good evening. 25 worth of retracted. JMZ's drinking an athletic, extra dark. I want to try these. Our buddy Roach Clips, Woody, we went and pre-rode the route for his 420 ride. What day was that? Sunday or Saturday? Saturday with Large. I was at, and he was drinking one because he's taking a break from drinking too. So at the Rubber Bowl, he was actually drinking an athletic, but I didn't want to sip his because I was afraid that I might actually be sick, so I don't want to pass anything around. What is Antoni has here? Skylist Pale Ale. Real good, real good thing when I'm trying not to have a beer because I'm not feeling that well to look at everybody else drinking beers. Oh, and Raymond has one of my favorites, which is a 6 point resin. I also like high res, and then they have a what is their hazy version of resin that's really really good. Can't think of the name of that. But yeah, I like a lot of 6 point when I could find it. Well, it's actually easier to find. There's actually a number of the breweries around that they're combined with Southern Tier. There's one in Cleveland. There was one when I was just in Charlotte. So we actually went. I don't, Pudgy, I used to like Magic Hat when I first got into craft beer. And one, they were one of the first breweries to sell out. And I had it somewhere recently, not super recently, in the last few years, well, pre-pandemic. So now I'm getting old, but like 4 or 5 years ago, someone had Magic Hat where I was, and I tried it, and I did not like it at all. And I don't know if it changed, if I had a bad one, but one, Magic Hat had done some, there was a couple shady things they did, and I can't remember. I think they sued some fellow craft breweries over like naming stuff, and as they were getting sold out, so I've given up on them completely. But hey, what's up, Jason? How's it going? Oh, Nicholas. Oh, I totally read that wrong. Yeah, cyclist, not skylist. Yeah. See, it's not always just the booze. I'm just kind of dumb and sloppy in general. Cyclist, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, Puff. He just Puff is the 6 point hazy version that I really like. Oh, was that a large? Was that a Madcap that your buddy, or is that for a different brand? Hey, what up, William LeBron? What's up, Reefer Roads? Just Pepsi there and a THC vape. I went over to the CVS. There's a CVS across the street to find something that would be something like kind of sweet to drink that like earlier because I had after dinner I wanted something sweet and I think I ended up getting a coconut water. Had no artificial stuff, but that's a problem. Everything I look at is just a bunch of sugar and caffeine, and one, I won't drink caffeine after the morning because then I really won't sleep. But oh, it's Bottle House, of course, yeah. I've been to Bottle House with Large, and he's told me that. Totally forgot about that. Oh, so your buddy does Noble Beast, and is he the one we ran into actually at Noble Beast the one time? Because I know we ran into a few of Large's friends there. Disco asked me if I have had the Lipton green tea with citrus in it. No, I haven't. What's the one I have right now? It's this is just Twinnings. Normally I buy some tea from like same thing, the farmers markets and some more local stuff. But for when I'm sick, sometimes I just want like regular old green tea. So I usually don't. I usually don't even buy something as commercial as this Twinnings brand, to be honest. Yeah, we need to get back to Noble Beast too. We usually go up there on Memorial Day. The last few years we've done a Memorial Day ride from here to Cleveland, and I think probably hopefully do it again this year, weather permitting, if the towpath's not too soggy, and try and get up to Noble Beast. We get up there. Well, I mean, obviously the last 2 years have been weird, but we still made it up there a few times, and they were one of the places that was pretty comfortable to be able to go during the heat of the pandemic. They were being pretty uh, cautious. What's his name? Snacks. Zach, the one who moved to Bentonville. Someone walked in and knocked his louf over, and he jumped up out of his seat like, "Hey!" to grab his bike, and the bartender yelled at him for getting out of his seat without a mask on. But obviously, his reaction to someone knocking over his louf was, you know, he wasn't thinking about masks in the moment. But what's up, Nathan Mace? Oh, party size. You said you were doing hop seltzers during a booze break. Highly recommended. Yeah, what was the one? Is that something like large you talked about too? Or you said hop? He said hop something. Was it hop water? I think Large might have mentioned when we were talking to Woody about athletic. Licorice tea? Pudgy, if it tastes like black licorice, I cannot do it. Oh, yeah. So I was going to talk about this. I haven't worn it yet, but so I got a bunch of Grav shirts made that are for sale at Dirty River. They're just the logo, and they're on either gray or yellow shirts, and they have the color like this. Let's see if I could get that to focus. And Micah screen printed them. Focus back. Okay. Screen printed them with the two inks, so everyone's kind of unique as the inks, they change for every screen printing. He also made this, which is more based on the. Do I have the. Thought I had one of the bandanas. Oh, yeah. The bandana, but he kind of like broke up the angle. But yeah. So he only made two of these. He made one for me and one for him. But I was thinking to differentiate from the ones that were selling at Dirty River. So if you're local, you could go get the other ones at Dirty River. Um, I have a few that I'm going to sell here at the studio, but I'm not going to sell them online. But I was thinking if anyone thought these were cool, and I love the color and the design, that we could do a pre-order for them. So I can't right now. I have a bunch going into the studio, and I don't want to have more just inventory of stuff. But if we did a pre-order, if you guys think these would be cool, I think they're totally badass. I would love to sell them. So I got your joke too, Pudgy, about the gravel stoke. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Pudgy. You guys were telling me about the licorice tea. Hoplark the drink? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, nice. I'll have to try something like that. Just in general, like. Oh, there's the one Disco was talking about. I'll come back to in a minute, but yeah, because there's just times where I really do like the taste of like beer and having drinks, and there's nights like, you know, we do this on Tuesday, so I like to have a beer. Then I ride bikes with my friends on Wednesday, and I like to have some beers. And then we do this again on Thursday, and I like to have some beers. And then it's the weekend, and I like to have. So just something, yeah, something like that would be great to be drinking something that gives me that flavor that I really enjoy, but not to get carried away then. So, oh, like pre-made stuff. I buy beverages like this except like I said I got the coconut water, but I avoid plastic bottles, so I would never buy this. But just for that reason, for my hippie environmentalism stuff. But 7 day weekend, baby. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's how it's been. So I've talked to a lot of people who, when 20 like March 2020 and just starting to drink earlier in the day and stuff like that, and yeah, it's just been for a while there was nothing going on. People were talking about wine with the wine when the governor would get on and start talking. So yeah, I was saying ales with Acton, who was the what do you call it, the health whatever you call it. But yeah, so Party Size said they're closer to seltzer than beer, so may not hit the spot for me. Yeah, I'd have to try it. It might be better. I might like something that's a little different from beer, so I'm not drinking something that approximates beer that's not great. It was like when I was vegetarian, and I bet uh, the vegans on here would probably know this too. That at first, when I was vegetarian, I would like get stuff that was trying to be like meat, and then I realized when I just made stuff that wasn't trying to be like meat, it was way better. Like a fake. I mean, I know there's better stuff now. Granted, this was a while ago, but I don't want a fake hamburger. I would rather have beans. You know what I mean, or the way it is. So maybe it would be the same with that. And like I said, that flavor would probably be better than just a glass of green tea when I'm not like a little under the weather. So gotcha, disco. But for this, like when you're sick, for sure, with the drinks. Yeah, Dylan said alcohol consumption was up and heard it on a podcast. The New York Times had an article about it too, pretty in depth with the numbers and everything like that. But yeah, even Ohio just releasing the numbers from the, whatever the state liquor board, whatever it's called, they were way up on everything. So does anyone have an answer for Rick? Because I wouldn't know the answer to that. He said local bike shop told him to switch his bottom bracket spindle from 118 to 115. Then the company said that small of a change won't improve it. 3 millimeters sure doesn't seem like a lot. I can't remember how much I changed mine to get the on the Marin to get the clearance I needed for the crank arms past the chain stays. So eh, that kind of stuff does not stick with me. So sorry, Aaron. If you didn't notice, the bean emoji has been replaced temporarily with the grab emoji. So yeah, I can't imagine 3 millimeters is too much. Or is that much? Whatever. Slammed it. It's so you're trying to. I thought you were. Why would you? Wouldn't you be going the other way? I thought you were trying to get the chain farther out so it wasn't hitting your tire. I think one buys have proved that chain line doesn't matter at all, right? I mean, I look at some of the one buys in the bike shop. When I mean, it's like the chain is going. You could just look at the chain like at a diagonal. 3 millimeters to an audience that hand shellacked bar rep is everything. No, she's Dylan. She's not bored of chain line talk. She's mad because the bean emoji is gone. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I thought. Are you sure it isn't the other way, Rick? Yeah, your drink is already gone too. I know I should have poured some cups of water here and stuff like that as well when I was sitting down. Oh yeah, we should got a bunch of bike pics as well. If I didn't lose my place, I did lose my place. 4-1. That would be about right, I believe. Being drank it. Oh, this is for the Romulus, Rick said. So, occasionally drop a chain when shifting. He noticed there was a slight alignment issue. Why couldn't. Yeah, if you're dropping the chain when shifting, you're having a problem with where your limited screws are set, you know? Like I said, one by chain alignment is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having your chain well aligned, but it's not, you know, yeah, I mean, chains, should be able to do that without dropping. It's to me it sounds like a limit screw issue, or like Dylan said, a chain ring problem. Hey, what's up, Muskrat? How's it going? Hey, what's up, Rusty? Yeah, what does the bean know about bottom brackets? Oh yeah, that's what Mitch was. But Mitch said that's only a 1.5 millimeter change, which I wasn't thinking about. If you're adding 3 millimeters, it's only adding 1.5 on the drive side. If it's adding, half and half. The bean knows all the things. Your disc trucker has two spacers on one side to help with chain line. Where do you have your spacers, party size? Like on the cassette? Oh yeah, he's talking about losing that space, bringing them in 1.5 millimeters. You're right. Yeah. Rick said if you can't trust your local bike shop, then all hope is lost. Well, yeah, it's nice if you have a good bike shop so they could try it and show you what's going on when they recommend something. But it's amazing talking through like the comments on some of the videos. Like when people ask something, I'm like, have you tried? Like a lot of people don't have a good bike shop or they don't think they have a good bike shop around them. So we're spoiled here in Northeast Ohio, I believe. You know, before Dirty River opened and my friends worked there, there's a good shop that helped me out a lot just right down the street here, like walking distance. So when I'd have something broke, I would be carrying it over there. Um, yeah, Joy Machines in Cleveland, and but there's still 4 or 5 other shops that if there was nothing else I would go to if my friends didn't work at the other ones. So Dylan, exactly. You should trust a bunch of guys on Discord. What are they saying for the weather now? So, yeah, I was talking about riding in Columbus on Saturday. Yeah, Columbus does have some great shops too. So, Ohio in general. Let's see what the weather. Again, like this is why I don't trust the weather. Today, it was supposed to originally from our forecast earlier in the week rain all day today, and we didn't have any rain. So, cloudy and chilly with a shower around. So that's not too bad. And it's perhaps a snow shower earlier in the day. So we were talking about 3 o'clock ride time. We'll have to see. It'll be a game time or a couple hours before a decision. But I could deal with shower around. But, that doesn't look like a washout. Oh, party size. You have spacers on the non-drive side BB. Huh. Oh yeah, Dylan. Yeah, I figure we go with what you're feeling and how everyone is riding with the group, and then yeah, when people feel like they need a break, I figured if we did end up going to the brewery, then everyone can make the call what they want to do after that. So, oh Muskrat, you got your stickers. You're welcome. Yeah. When you can't trust your local weather station, you can never trust the weather in Northeast Ohio. I don't think Columbus is too much better. It's a little more variable up here with the hilly terrain and the lake and stuff like that. But yeah, spring in Ohio, the weather is a day by day thing. They're usually close on the temperature, but precipitation you never know. Nicholas said ton of good shops in Cleveland. Try to spread out your spending. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely become friends with the Joy Machines guys, and so when I'm up there, that's a spot. But we also go to Beat. We've been to Beat Cycles, and I've been in and out of a bunch of the other shops that are cool too. Six City Cycles, I believe, and yeah. Jason said, "I don't trust people at Eddie's." Yeah, I'm not an Eddie's fan. I think Eddie's is very, even though they are a family-run business, their mentality is very corporate, and they're just trying to get sales and sell you what's on the floor. Yeah, I would never recommend Eddie's to anyone. So, uh, our one buddy was a mechanic there, and he would probably tell you the same exact thing. So, oh yeah, it wouldn't be easy to space out square taper crank, right? Rusty said he's trying to put together a solstice ride, sun up to sundown. Yeah, drop us some details when you have them in the meetup section on the Discord. Beat is great. His wife was a photographer prior to going to nursing school. Oh, okay, yeah. And then Otis at Dirty River worked with him somewhere. Large might remember if he's still in here. He When we stopped in, he was talking about that, and then they might have even worked at Eddie's. Those two might have worked at Eddie's together way back in the day, to be honest. Yeah, let's look at some bike pics. First with Chris McCollum and his fat bike saying things are starting to turn green, which I have noticed. I think I said that the other day. I just love seeing like around here some of the buds on the trees and stuff like that. The daffodils are out. I was just trying to remember that, Rusty, where he's at. Like I said, I get my names mixed up. Is that Colorado? Oh, Laura just confirming. Yeah, Ryan Otis worked with Ryan at Beat, worked with Otis at Eddie's. Yeah. And that's, I think, part of the reason that Otis is called Otis. When he worked at Eddie's, there was a bunch of Ryans there. So I can't remember who, but someone was just like, "Oh, you're 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 Otis now." Oh, that's right, Chris. This is Boise, Idaho. That's right. Now I remember. Gary with some serious effects on the Mozzie here. Hey, what's up, Patrick? Snacks down in Arkansas saying it's not just all rednecks with his surly, with the carbon fork. I saw he was just out mountain biking today. Looked like he had a full suspension mountain bike down there that he was riding. Yeah, this is a pretty great build. The zip wheels, the carbon fork. Oh, Summit Perry's latest pickup, the single speed. I actually ran into him when he on the. I think this day, I went into the shop. Uh, Me and Otis were messing with the Marin. He was helping me with the cantilever. Still is actually. Um, yeah, this is what he was riding that day. I like his bar tape job too. Speaking of shellacked, well, this isn't shellacked yet, but cloth bar tape with the like the wine cork bar ends. That's what I have on my single speed too. Quantity over quality tonight, Rick. What bike does Muskrat have out here? Oh, this is his Trek 520. That's a really small inner on that triple, isn't it? That looks pretty cool. Have to Shackleford that tape. That's in really nice shape. That looks awesome. I dig that for sure. Original tires, really? They didn't dry rot? That's insane. Oh, and this has a cantilever setup. So this is must be like their The 520 must have been more of a true touring model with the triple and yeah, because my 500 only had more of a originally more of road gearing and regular side pole brakes. Oh, you guys are betting on the inner ring. Oh, I looked over like my Marin's still sitting there. That does look like a 24. That looks small. The inner ring could be a ceramic speed pulley. That's an inside baseball joke. That's hilarious. 84 had the longer chainstays. Oh yeah, so this has to be a year after mine because mine still has the old down tubes, the old sticker on the seat tube, the old decal style. Oh, disco, you're guessing because you used to have one, so fair enough. It's a good way to go by. Let's see what else. Dylan's out overnighting it. And I can't wait. We've been planning some trips and stuff like that, and I just can't wait to get out and be doing this again. But I am definitely a pretty fair weather camper. I think one of the coldest I've ever camped was probably Nutmeg when it was what was it below freezing at night? It was pretty chilly. But that was easy because we were basically car camping there and then riding. So I had my big tent, we had extra blankets and all that kind of stuff. Hey, what's up, Lanky? How's it going? Dylan out stargazing. Close some of these windows down. And then what do you got? A rooster in this old. Oh, is that like a? Oh, it's not an old car. It's a little like 4x4 thing. I was picturing that as like a burnout car, like we would have in Akron everywhere. Oh, Nutmeg only got to 38. I thought it was colder than that. Yeah. Jason said Nutmeg camping was also his coldest. I camped in Paw Paw once, and that was car camping also. Uh, but it got pretty cold. But that was so many years ago, I wouldn't remember how cold it actually got. And then me and Aaron camped or did an overnighter to Maslin in the fall once. That got pretty chilly, but that probably was high 30s as well. Patrick's done low 20s. Yeah, I would not want to be in the low 20s on my bike. It would be hard to have enough stuff to stay warm. What's up, Jay Dandy? You did not miss any maps yet. I did have a map idea if we get to it. A map idea. How Pudgy's new single speed here. That's looking good. I think there's a couple more pics of it too. Did you change something before? Oh no, these are the pics that I was thinking of. Yeah, party size was saying first night of Nutmeg was freezing. Yeah, waiting in line for the coffee I remember had a lot on, but we prepared for it. I mean, brought a lot of stuff to be warm. Aaron brought a pretty heavy wool blanket to put over our sleeping bags. So William's supposed to be bike packing this weekend, might bail out. Yeah. It shows a low of 30 in Columbus, but you're up in Detroit, so Take a closer look here. How wide of tires do you have on there? Oh, 41. I could see right there. Surly Nards after all that conversation? I know you said you were changing them. Uh, Patrick said low 20s was car camping with a fire and a Coleman stove for hot drinks. Yeah. Oh, so Pudgy, you said got rid of the mustache bars. The state stem was stripped in the one hole, so ditched it. Some carbon spacers. Lifetime supply of fender flaps right there. See. Oh, how did I get this off centered? Let's see. Wrong buttons. I want to get this full a little bigger. There we go. There we go. Let's see, he said he had a newer Rick. Rick at Princeton University with the Riv. Oh, JMZ asked if single speeds are hard on the knees. Yeah. I mean, it also depends on the gear ratio you're running, obviously. And mine has too tough of one, so it's hard on the knees trying to go uphill, but don't really have that much of a problem on the flats. But Dylan, proper gearing for the Camp Chase Trail is like 60-12. Did you guys? I know some of you guys watch pro racing. Tour of Flanders was awesome. Victor Campenart's the hour record holder. Uh, he was running a 58 front ring in Flanders, which has a bunch of short, steep climbs. But I think he was hoping to get out on the flat run and was his goal if he could be with the lead group. But he ran it in Dwarves de Flanders in two, which was the race the Wednesday before, but or maybe the week before. But he would. That's pretty crazy. That would be hard on the knees. Oh, this is me and Large and Woody at the Rubber Bowl. Some new graffiti up there. Always some new graffiti up there. And this is Large, who everyone thought was Brad, but from that angle, it does actually kind of look like Brad, which they get all the time, and I've never seen. I've never thought that Brad and Ben looked the same, but in this photo, I actually could see it. He's also on the edge of my wide angle on the iPhone, so. Yeah, fixed would be harder on. Yeah, that's true. Fixed harder than single speed because you could, coast on your single speed. But wide angle Brad is that Large Marge's new nickname? Wide angle Brad. When you have miles to speed up or slow down and zero elevation, might as well push a big gear. Yeah. Michael, what bike is this? Man, it's a triple day. We got another three triples. I think that's a first in the bike picks for one night. Our this he has the BioPace sticker on there. Our BioPace is always oval. Those don't are those oval? Dylan said 1.5 millimeters would really improve that triple. I think Aaron Schwinn. I thought Aaron Schwinn said BioPace, but I never noticed really that it was triple and wrong direction ovals. The the wide angle makes him look round. It is the angle that makes him look round. Like seriously, that's not a joke. Wide angle ovals. Gary always showing off that they already have nice weather. Wait, what was the caption? Coventry Conservatory Farm Boardwalk, Princeton, New Jersey. What just happened? Oh, I thought maybe the feed dropped there for a second. We must have bored a lot of people with the triple talk. It shows it going from 36 viewers down to 18, like right when we start talking triples. Down to 8. Have I lost the feed? So, let's see. Stream health. Stream is healthy. Oh, weird. Let me know if anything got weird on your guys' end. I didn't notice anything. Does this Riv have internal cable routing? Rick traveling light must have been a climbing stage. uh, oh, Patrick said he still sees 34, and you guys can see me. Okay, good. Yeah, everything went back to normal now, but like all the stats crashed on the back end there for a minute for some reason. This must have been some little dropout. Oh, here's Pudgy's new build up on the Chinelli. Let me get back to what I'm looking at. The triples were just too cool to handle. Yeah. Everyone's like, I'll watch Pathless Pedal talk about doubles, but you get to triples, and that's where I draw the line. So, oh, there we go with the current bar setup. Disco said, only weird thing here is the lack of liquid in a can right now. Yeah, it's a weird thing for me, too. Yeah, looking good. I need to get some tubes. I need to put some new tubes. My single speed is still from when I double flatted the night Funny Brad ended up picking me up. I was looking at those stems they had on the Crust site, and I want to kind of get one of those for my single speed to bump the bars up even higher, so it could just be like a complete like upright bike with the slight sweep back bars I have on it. Just make that bike totally fit a different category, just the total comfortable I'm riding into town. I don't need to be aerodynamic at all category, but bonus points for the gold chain. Well, if this is the GCN tech show, you need to do the or what show do they do that on where they always fist bump for the gold chain? Get the big one of this. Back to Kareem Magic. Oh yeah, and Disco hand cut out the sticker. So yeah, we sold a ton of those. It was great. Yeah, if anyone still wants them, they're up there. But $1. But yeah, they look cool on there. Nice collection of bikes in the background too. Or just at the shop. A shop. Chris McCallum got a bike to mostly practice working on, I guess. I look how they painted the lugs. I love that. Oh, that was Disco's living room. Nice. Oh yeah, Muskrat was talking about the sticker. I like how he cut that too. I think it looks perfect. I want to do that now. I wish I hadn't stuck the one on my one bike already. Well, I got more. I guess I guess I could do what I want with it. Oh yeah, Disco's saying have to come and ogle bikes. Yeah, I know. I hope we have time. But like I said, we'll get down to Columbus a few times this summer, I'm sure. What? What my other shoe? I need that. Oh, Jay Dandy was identifying the number in the chat with Hall of Fame NBA players. Gotcha. I only know the Cavs. Still always remember Brad Daugherty and Mark Price. Muskrat was asking if this came with bar ends. Is Chris still in the chat? He was earlier. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. I would guess this wouldn't have originally come with bar ends. Oh, it did. Really? Nice. Oh, Jay Dandy laying there on your back. Yeah. They do look like Sun Tour bar ends. Farley's got the new Grab sticker on his bike. Oh yeah, and Chris. So you bought it with the bar ends, but originally it could have had probably would have had down tube or top tube, I would guess. How large on largest Storm Chaser? Storm Chaser. Did you guys see? I don't know if you saw this large. Russ on Pathless Pedal reviewed this bag today. He did a whole section on small bags, and he had this one on there. His was just a solid orange one, but I think orange. I can't remember, but it was solid colored, whatever it was. That's what I was thinking, Disco. The Centurion looks the age for stem mount shifters, for sure. Yeah. Getting chilly down here.
Disco Whisk became a member.
Ah, what's up, Disco? Thanks. Dylan asked, didn't they just come out with a carbon storm chaser? I'm not I'm not sure. I'm sure Large would know. But Dogecoin doesn't like the non-matchy matchy. They just released a geared suspension storm chaser. Yeah, no, people rarely join the channel actually live, so I can't remember setting up that sound effect, but yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's not too bad for you, Jay Dandy. For those who don't know what he's talking about, was saying he thinks he might have sciatica. Did you ride to the same place twice, Large, on two different bikes today? Chris said tie-dye goes with everything. Ah, Carbon Store Chaser is the Warbird. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were the same geo and everything. Yeah, Jay Dandy with the sciatica. When I hurt my back, I couldn't move. I couldn't even, I mean, I had 2 weeks where I could barely get around. But the sciatica, I could do stuff on. It just sucked. I just was in pain all the time. But yeah, for me, the sciatica mostly like reverberated the nerve pain down through my leg. I still did Ohio to Erie. It's just I woke up in the morning miserable until the Advil kicked in, but and couldn't put down real power, but I could ride. The sound effect is money. That was. I do have a work email to deal with, but I'll wait. Maybe we'll do the break now because I do need to answer that email. So, real quick, Chris said yoga is the only thing that helps his back. There's definitely stretching I always do now, but there's also the some lateral strength training that helps a lot. I think that overuse of I was running and riding, but never doing anything, side to side. How I love this fellow owner. I think this is such a cool looking bike. You don't like fenders? Oh, here's another. Here's the bag in black. I think certain bikes look good with fenders. This looks like a great like this one works. JMZ hurt himself doing yoga today. And Pudgy said, is it bad that he's already thinking about swapping the Chinelli for a Cross Wombat? All right, yeah, let's jump to the members break. Yeah, I got to answer this work email and grab a glass of water. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, well, so obviously Disco's name won't be here on here yet, but thanks Disco, and then also Team Cyclotherapy is the second newest member, and I haven't updated the video for them yet, which is good because now I have two to add. But yeah, thanks to all the members. Like I say, which maybe when I do it, I'll put a new voiceover. I've stopped putting advertisements, even the skippable ones, on the stream so people could pop in and out without having to be hassled. And basically because of the number of members we hit, I'd always thought about that. If I ever got to 40, I would take the ads off the live stream. So yeah, it's thanks to those guys we don't have to see them. So all right, BRB. I would just like to take this moment to thank the channel members whose names you see on the screen right now. Their financial support really does make it possible to continue to grow this channel. We will be back in a moment, so it's time to crack open another tea packet and start letting the F-bombs fly. Thanks everyone.
tuna boat. I want a tuna boat. Give me tuna boat. I want a tuna boat. Give me tuna boat. I want a tuna boat. Give me tuna boat. I want a tuna boat. Give me tuna boat.
I thought there was a command for tuna boat, isn't there? It didn't pop up, but it popped up the yes, yes, pork and the funny Brad. I thought we had a tuna boat. Maybe not. It's in the Dogecoin. I think there's a link to the song in the description under this video. I fish heads, isn't it called? I think they're called fish heads, but we've never found them anywhere else. It's just on the link down there. I could have sworn we had tuna boat. I guess not. I think there might be a command that shows all of the commands. There's a bunch of standard ones that I haven't modified, but I've never tried to type them in. Oh, there we go. Large with the tuna boat. There's all this. I might have them turned off. Oh. Look at that. Yeah, there's like games and stuff. There's like 8-ball, Magic 8-ball commands, all this kind of stuff that I've never really looked into. I think it's more for like Twitch streamers. There's like gaming type stuff. I know like Terry B, when he's on Twitch, he has like gear or whatever, or like camera gear, bike, so you can see look up what he's riding. Good job, Large. You could be like Kramer on that episode where he tries to do the movie phone. So when people do commands, Large just has to type in emojis. All right, yeah, more bike pics. As Large said during the break, it would look better with a tie-dye bag. Kat said, never painting a bike again. Sneak peek for bike build. Let's see how we're... Oh, it looks like an amazing job of painting it, though. Dylan said I'd be a great Kramer for Halloween. Moon's over my hammy. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks like everything looks smooth and stuff like that. I've never tried to paint a whole one. I clear coated my Viscount, the couple coats of clear coat over the paint, but I didn't. I've never actually tried to paint one, and I always talk about it. But I also buy bikes based on like the vintage bikes based on their looks. So like I bought my truck because I thought it looked cool. I bought that new Peugeot because I thought it looked cool. I need to buy a bike that is nice but looks like shit so I could attempt to paint it. But keep my one by drivetrain out your pinecone mouth. Oh, Jason said this is an MB6 converted to disc. That's pretty cool. Is a pinecone actually a 20-speed cassette? William LeBron, early bird lean in Detroit in front of the old station with the lights on. Never thought we'd see that. That's so awesome. That's a pretty cool shot, Rusty. Bit long on the foreground, but Michael, give me tires with pine cone tread, sap chain lube. Anyone want to buy some 650 by 47 cannonballs? The Fargo. Oh, Lanky, is this the bike you rented? Oh, that's right. I did see that on Instagram. Yeah. What's a quiet drive mean? This is steel is real right here. Huh? Look at those fancy dropouts. Super aero, like ferrules at the back of the bike. Tim is sober and Dylan is not. Is it opposite day? Yeah. Dogecoin's bike build is only missing a seat, rubber, and brakes. Oh, Lanky, you got this up to 21 miles an hour? Jeez. Was it scary on this thing? Look at the, that's what he said. Ah, Rusty's drinking some tea too. Disco has another urban artifact, Tropical. American fruit tart. Couple empty of the Italian ones in the background, it looks like. Oh, Rick asked Linky how he knew how fast he was going. I'm gonna guess he had Strava or something opened on his phone. Unless he put his computer on there, which I hope he did. But I got that a little I did get one of those little elastic Wahoo mounts so I could put it onto any bike I have, whether there's a good spot or not. So I could just strap it on the bars real quick and not have to have a mount for switching to like the single speed or the Trek and all that, which is kind of handy. Patrick said, Lanky, were you holding onto a truck? Oh yeah, Strava after the fact. He didn't have to know at the time that he was going over 20 miles an hour. You would have the app data after. Yeah, Rick, because I'm an insufferable roadie and I record each and every ride, even my beach cruiser. Yeah, when we were doing Ohio to Erie one year, we were just going like literally like around the corner to go swimming, and I looked at everyone. I'm like, "Are you guys turning on Strava?" And Aaron and Ben are like, "Oh yeah." So you don't have to be an insufferable roadie to Strava every little mile. So you gotta wave when you're riding a beach cruiser. You're already upright. Your hand just has to go this far. A lanky hotline. What's that? Weird. Clean this up a little bit up here. I forgot what I was going to pull up on the maps for Dandy tonight. I had something in mind, but I didn't write down my notes like I usually do when I want to remember something. Oh yeah, I did want to. This is not a map thing, so. But I forgot to, I think, talk about this on the stream that I put up 8 days ago. I was just, I like the poll thing. I need to do more of these again. I always enjoy seeing what people say. But this was, have you tried any alt bar setups? And the numbers with about 50 votes were 42% people said yes and 58% said no alt bars. But who was the one who answered? So bad at names. Someone answered with like, they had tried like what 8 different kinds of alt bars. They were like the alt bar king. I'm like, man, when people ask questions, I need to direct them your way. Yeah, Rusty. So Rusty was talking about Strava and commutes. You do need to turn it to commutes. I try to remember to put my Strava onto commute if I am riding to a gig, but all right, Rusty. We'll see you later. I'm not going to be too far behind. I'm probably going to call it here in the next 10 minutes. I have a shoot up in Aurora tomorrow, so I have to drive in the morning and leave early in case there's traffic and to set up portraits, doing like 20 portraits or something like that tomorrow. And I slept like shit last night too. Yes, you can put it on commute after the ride, Pudgy. You could edit pretty much every ride detail. Because I sometimes forget to change the bike, and then I'll go back and realize I rode a different bike, and I'll change that. So What's up, Large? Ha. I could look up Aurora where I have to go to the photo shoot tomorrow. I could look up the directions so I know how to get there. I should. I should see what my travel time is. Where are? Well, here's the address. This has no benefit to anybody except me. Oh, of course I have it on bike. I'm like 1 hour 39 minutes. No way. But it is going to be a drive because I'll have tons of photo gear with me. I never take the turnpike. I won't. 32 minutes, not too bad. I've looked at that. It wouldn't be a bad ride to get there. There was one time where I had to go up to Aurora for something, but I did not need a bunch of gear, but I just ran out of time. So, is there anything worth stopping by up here when I have to, since I have to drive all the way up here? Wild Eagle Steak and Saloon. Yeah, did I? Dylan's out. I missed that. All right, see ya, Dylan. But yeah, I think it has the same effect. I think it would modify their data if you change it after. How Farley, you grew up in Aurora, across the street from Geauga Lake? Where is the lake? Is this the lake? No, Sunny Lake. Aurora Lake. Malco Lake. Let's look at every lake in Aurora tonight. This is good. This is content that people want. Roundup Lake. That's not a good name for a lake. It just makes me think of pesticides. Or herbicides, I guess those would be. No Name Lake. The way these lakes are shaped makes me think this must have been one big lake at some time that they drained to, for some reason. Hollow Lake. This one has an island in it. Looks kind of like a Ku Klux Klan member, doesn't it? More north of my destination was where Geauga was. Let's see. Oh, I'm all the way over in Manaway now. Didn't we get into a whole thing about Rotorman? Or maybe that was just with Funny Brad one night when we were talking about Geauga Lake and the guy who rode the rotor every single day. Ah, there it is. Is there anything left or is it all gone? Oh, you could still see the remnants of the amusement park. For any of you that don't know what we're talking about, there used to be a cool amusement park over here. You could kind of tell from the way it looks here where all the tracks of the coasters and stuff like that were. There was a great old roller coaster called the Big Dipper. Super sketchy. I can't believe they were allowed to operate it like that because it barely tightened down on you at all. Oh, this is still here. What is that? Oh, is this where the water park was and the wave pool and stuff? So this might be oh, the tubing run. I've never looked at this on Google Earth before. This is pretty cool. And then it was SeaWorld over on this side of the lake. Has anyone been sneaking in here? This would be like probably pretty cool and pretty creepy to wander around. I think when they built their wave pool here, it was the biggest in the world. It's been surpassed since then, but I wonder if that's what this is. Anyways, what are you guys talking about? Has anyone ever rode an old time safety bicycle? I have not. Talking about tires? Yeah, gotcha. Oh, there's good barbecue over there? Maybe I should get that on my way home. Where's saying Old Chefskis? Oh, wait, is this still Aurora we're talking about here? Ah, here we go. Old Chef Old Chefskis BBQ. Opens at 12 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay, show me the. No. Lanky said, can't believe there hasn't been an industrial gravel ride at SeaWorld. Yeah. I wonder how locked down they have that. I've seen people have drone footage of the old amusement park, so they've flown over it, but I wonder how locked off they have it. I could definitely see a fence. Farley said it's all gone, all grown over. There's going to be a retirement community going in soon. So I wonder how old this Google Map shot is, because you could tell it's mostly all gone, but there's you could still see like there's still something there, but yeah, mostly just the outlines of stuff. Probably doesn't look like much from the ground, huh? Oh yeah, the fountain right there. I totally remember all this. Speaking of late night adventures, Muskrat snuck into Chippewa Lake Park before the dance hall was burnt down. I have a friend from high school who is a photographer. I think he still is a photographer. Um, he went in and he climbed up on top of the old roller coasters and everything at Chippewa Lake. He had all these great photos. If I could think of his name, he has them on Flickr. Uh, Damn it. Lance Armstrong won his first Tour de France in Ohio. Little known fact. Hey, what's up, Gary? Uh, we actually last year on Ohio to Erie on our detour, you could see all the roller coasters at Kings Island as we were kind of dropping down in the pouring rain. Just peeking over the tree line. We didn't realize we were ever that close to it till we were. Farley says there's security cams and high fencing, so. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Just all fencing. No trespassing signs. Wow, yeah, you can't even. It doesn't even look like anything, huh? Only from that aerial photo can you tell there was ever anything there. Let's look at that Geauga Lake Road. I want to see it from the other side. Oh yeah, I probably have to say I'd been to Geauga Lake at least 10 times. I didn't. I mean, probably not as many as you growing up across the street from it, but how do I have bugs? Like already have flies in here. They'll never catch it on our bikes. Yeah. Let me see if real quick if what's God, what was my friend's name who hmm, maybe just type in Chip. They did a couple guided tours at Chippewa Lake then too. That was after I think the dance hall already burned down. Oh yeah. So yeah, this is my friend Rob. He went on one of the actual official tours. This isn't the one I was thinking of, but this is what Chippewa Lake still looked like there. Let's see what the date on his is. August 13th, 2008, so a while ago. But I think they did the guided tour because so many people were breaking in that they thought it would, calm it down. Oh yeah, look at how creepy the Ferris wheel looks like that. Oh, a couple friends on Flickr have been out there. Oh, that's a cool shot. The letter's still up like that. That's really cool. I wonder if this is from people I follow, if the really old ones of my friend who actually snuck up onto the coasters and all that way back in the day will be here. Let's see. How do I get out of here? Guess not. The old amusement park episode. I'll have to change the title of this stream. Anywho. Alright. Hey, what's up, Dimitri? Yeah, we're just looking at the abandoned amusement parks of Ohio. So Muskrat said Brady Lake was a big time amusement park that was run by Cleveland mobsters. Well, where I ride in all my videos, the boardwalk we're always going over on Summit Lake, there was a big amusement park there too. Pretty cool photos of it. I've seen in postcards and stuff like that. Yeah, bonus footage for the late nighters. Dogecoin said the new Cannondale Topstone Carbon looks wild. Yeah, I saw like the press release stuff and I got the emails from Cannondale, but I haven't looked into it yet. I know they said they changed out the suspension and stuff, but I don't know too much about it yet. I'll watch their little preview videos and stuff. And probably I would assume Dirty River would end up getting a couple of those if they stick with Cannondale. French waffles sound good. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I ate dinner way too early because I didn't eat lunch. So, yeah, how much does that Topstone cost? Probably an arm and a leg, right? Yeah, all right, dudes. I am going to hit it, get a good night's sleep tonight. I hope so. But I have like 3 videos that are half done, and I just have not been able to finish them. I've been working a ton on the studio. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen it. But I with Susan retiring, and I've actually was able to pick up 4 of her clients. Some are coming by on Thursday. Got to shoot tomorrow, so just been busy. But I'll eventually get something posted again. So a regular video, not just a live stream. But I still plan to stream on Thursday. I don't see why there'd be a reason couldn't do it. So, hey, what's up, Doze Tacos? That song, My City Was Gone, is about Akron, our city. So, the Pretender song. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's chat again on Thursday. Hopefully I squeak a video out before then. If not, I will see you on other parts of the internet.
See myself on your YouTube.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Cause
Yeah.
this time I'm just kidding.
Fitzwater photo.